Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy MKS here, back here with third and penultimate part of Back Thursdays. Back Thursdays, as I call it. I hope you enjoy it, and as ever, I invite anyone to post whatever comments you want in the comment section. Hopefully, if you do want to get involved, I did ask in the live chat, do you think the tech industry should help more black people, involve black people in the tech industry and things like that? And also the legal profession and things like that. And also, I asked what are people's favourite terms, like say African American or Black American or whatnot. Can't think of much else to say for the intro. For the thumbnail, I wanted to like have my thumbnail with a picture of me drinking my tea, but I took the thumbnail and I completely forgot to do that. So anyway, I hope you like it. Hope you like the thumbnail, and I hope you like this video most importantly, and these videos. And again, this guy's got sharp nails. Please let me know what you think. So these are points number 21 to 30. So here goes. So number 21, I forgot to say in part two, point number 11, I knew there was something I forgot because it normally is. I believe there's a controversial view I have, which is that I don't think, and I know I've mentioned this a few times in previous videos, but I don't think, and I hope anyone, if you disagree with me, I hope they forgive me and disagree amicably, but I don't think that black people should, or other people of colour should join militaries. I think those who are in militaries should instead try and join the police and find a legal way to get out of it, for all these wars that are going on and stuff like that. And I don't believe, and the ones who are thinking of joining, I think should instead join the police, or counter-terrorism in some sort of way where they don't have to go on the front line, but they can still keep their community safe and prevent terrorism. Because I suppose a lot of Black Americans say we are still part of an American society and we still want to get along with others, which is great. And we don't want to just be seen as black, which is fair enough. And they want to keep the community safe and things like that. But I still think that there are other ways, like being in the police and being in the security services, but in a different way. Even maybe more black people in the CIA, the FBI, and things like that, counter-terrorism, and people who can work in technology, for instance, to prevent terror attacks, or people who can just share ideas or just find ways to keep their community safe, but without going to all these wars that go on, which I think are not that great. I agree with Corey Holcomb, however you pronounce his name, and I hope to do reaction videos on that note on his video where he talked about why he thinks black people shouldn't join the military due to the history of things like slavery and colonialism. And I'm not sure if you mentioned colonialism or like just slavery, but I think it all sort of goes hand in glove in the harsh treatment of black people generally in history. And I know people say that's history, but his point is that one of his points is that he, again, I hope to react to his video, but one of the points he made was that they're the same sort of messed up things that they're doing to other countries like Iraq that they did to black people in the past, that they did to Africans and whatnot. So those are my views on. That's my view on whether I think black people should join the military. And in my opinion, black people and other minority groups, non-WASP groups, I don't think should join the military. I think they should instead work together, network together, and maybe try and prevent crime and terrorism, included obviously terrorism is a crime anyway. But work with the police, maybe the FBI, the CIA. Maybe more minorities should be in those sorts of organisations, and in tech, and maybe there could be some ways where they work with the tech industry to so black people in the tech industry, and also through learning about tech, you can probably get into like the CIA, the FBI, and things like that. More and more minority representation and such things would be cool. But I'd love to know what you think about that, and along with all my ideas, like whether you agree with me or disagree with me or whatnot. And also to recap, as I say, 21 again, to recap, and I've covered this point in quite a lot of detail, but to recap, I'd love to see more black people in tech and to support black TikTokers, YouTubers, and that kind of thing. Look at what T firms and companies like Tata, Toyota, and Tesla and others, I suppose I'm mainly thinking of the ones that begin with T because it's Thursday, what they can do to benefit the black community and like invest in the black community as part of their PR. And I think if the black community show they're united, then investors or sponsors or supporters of the community will be more interested in supporting and investing in projects for the Black community's benefit generally. Anyhow, moving on, number 22, I'd love to see what Black people could achieve in the future if they work together, which I believe they could achieve a lot more. And again, I hope to support TikTokers and YouTubers and that kind of thing, technologists, as I say. And I'd love to check as many videos as possible and even react to them, do like my strange reaction videos. I know a lot of things I do are strange, most things I do are strange probably, but do reaction videos to like black TikTok, Black YouTubers and whatnot, Black technologists like Black in Tech or Black is the New Tech and Black in Tech. I know I've reacted to Black is the New Tech anyway, but I hope to do those in the future ASAP, as soon as I get the house to myself, as soon as I get like the living room to myself, so I can use the TV to react in my own unique way, shall we say, as I've done in the past. I'd love to check out as many videos on Black history as possible and give them likes and things like that, but there are so many and there's only 24 hours a day, so it is difficult to check them all out. I was going to say keep abreast of the situation, but I thought I know how people's mind might work. But talking about 24 hours a day, I'm going to move on. Number 23, I'd love for people to share ideas on how investors, sponsors, and whatnot, whoever can invest in and fundraise into the Black community. And I hope people will share ideas on that and what they can do to benefit the Black community. And I'd love to know what you think about whether if Black people unite, would that encourage more potential investors to invest in and sponsor the Black community and projects, as it'd be good for their PR. I think the more united the Black community is in America and even around the world, the better their situation could be in the future, or it's more likely to be in the future. Number 24. On that note, I'd love to see there being a Black network all around the world, for Black people around the world to network together. 25, and I'd also love to listen to and read from, including, as I say, on the comment section, Black people's views from different political spectrums, right wing, left wing, centre right, centre left, or whatever. Not sure why any Black person would be extreme right or far right, unless they're self-loathing, I suppose. But yeah, Republican, Democrat, Labour, Conservative, or whatever other views, whatever other political parties around the world. I'd love to hear Black people's views on each of those and like what your political stance are, members of the Black community, if they watch this video, which I hope they do, and I hope it gets shared on that note with members of the Black community around the world. Number 26, I'd love to, and I know I mentioned this point before, but I'd love to have like debates on the pros and cons for and against reparations and things like that. And if reparations are to be made for the Black community, how should they be spent, which would benefit the Black community the most in America and around the world. Again, I think if they're united, it will go a lot further. Number 27, I hope that if more people encourage like tech companies, the tech industry and whatnot, and even YouTube and TikTok and others to promote and support Black people in those industries, hopefully that will be good for their PR, and the more people who encourage such will show to those companies that it's good for their PR. So hopefully that will encourage YouTube, like say in February, to promote African American YouTubers and TikTokers, and so hopefully YouTube and TikTok will, as well as the tech industry, will support Black people in those industries on TikTok and YouTube and in the tech industry and that kind of thing in February. And in October, hopefully they'll do the same for people in Britain and all around the world, as it's Black History Month in October in the UK. And maybe for different countries, whenever they have Black History Month, maybe YouTube, TikTok, and the tech industry and whatever other industries could support them. I know it could be argued that if they only support them for a month or whatever, or for a short period of time, it won't be that great. But at least if they have one specific month where they focus on Black empowerment, I think that would be pretty cool. And could be pretty helpful. Number 28, I hope that by the end of this month, ideally, I suppose my goal when I think about what I'm trying to achieve is that I hope that the Black community, especially in America, will be empowered for Black History Month, or as I call it, Black History and Empowerment Month. I add the empowerment because I think it's important to look at what can empower the Black community. Number 29, I'd love to also hear what people think about, like, and read what people think about, like, whether in America, basically whether you class part Black people as Black, because in America, there's a one drop rule, which means if anyone is part Black, they are classed as Black, even if they're part European or part Asian or whatever, as far as I'm aware. So again, they call it the one drop rule, and they used to have rules like passing, where someone, where it involves someone of lighter skin who were accused of passing as if they chose their background. But a lot of mixed race people say that they want, or we want our own sort of category, which I suppose we kind of have. But I'd love to know what people think, like from mixed race people who class themselves as Black, if they're part Black, or those who are mixed race who don't class themselves as Black, and what Black people themselves think about whether they class mixed race people as Black or mixed race, or a bit of both, or whatever other people's thoughts are, or just generally whatever thoughts people have on those sorts of opinions, on those sorts of debates and topics and talking points and that kind of thing. And number 30, I'd love to know, again, whether you think the tech industry and the legal profession, basically whether there should be more police, whether those industries should support the Black community, and whether there should be more Black police professionals, legal professionals, judges, lawyers, human rights activists, and or technologists, YouTubers, TikTokers, and whatnot. There are a few ideas I was going to discuss, but I think I'm going to leave them for another day. Anyway, I'm out.